Welcome back to Top 6 War. Today, in our continued celebration of the re-release of arguably the greatest Zelda ever, Majora's Mask, we've invited Alex from ZeldaUniverse.net to join us and let you guys decide who has the better list. Today's list is the top 6 best items from Zelda games and why. As usual, let us know in the comments who had the better list and what your top 6 Zelda items would be. Rules are simple. Any Zelda game is in play. Let's begin our war. Number 6. For me, I pick the Fierce Deity Mask. What can I say? I like the overpowered nature of the Fierce Deity Mask. This thing is so insanely powerful that people will actually challenge themselves to beat the last boss of Majora's Mask while not using it. This is definitely something that should have been passed on with each generation. You know, go get your sword, your hookshot, your bow, oh, and that mask that makes you a god. Don't forget the god mask!
Number 6, the Rock's Cape. Link isn't really well known for jumping, except for Smash Brothers, but the Rock's Cape is really cool. I like it in the Minish Cap especially. It's pretty useful in the dungeon that you get it in, but outside it's not really that useful. But it's so fun to fly around like you're a bird. It's a really nice item to use. I really like it a lot.
Number 5. I picked the bottle. You can use these to get water, beetles, potions, fish, and even fairies. The bottle is the greatest item ever invented because it's so versatile. And name me a Zelda player who doesn't try to unlock all of the bottles ASAP. I mean, it's our extra lives, man.
Number 5, the grappling hook. This is probably one of the most useful items for me, in the Wind Waker especially. The grappling hook has a lot of cool features. For one, its main use is to grab ledges and swing to other platforms. In that of itself, it's also really useful to get those rare items that you can only get from certain enemies, and it saves you time with all the random item dropping.
Number 4. I love the Pegasus boots. Most of the Zelda games have no form of running, so once you get your hands on the Pegasus boots, it's like a veil has been lifted from your eyes. Not only can you damage your enemies with them, but the magical world of moving quickly is opened up to you.
Number 4, the Skull Hammer, or any hammer in general really, Megaton Hammer, regular hammer, MC Hammer. This item is simply just very powerful and it's a really cool item to use. It feels like every kid's heart to want to play with the hammer to smash anything in your way. For the record, kids, don't go crazy and play with hammers, they're not toys. Overall, the hammer is just really strong, very powerful, and it can smash all of your enemies in an instant. That's weird, I don't know why Link doesn't have a hammer in Smash Brothers.
Number 3. The Fairy Ocarina is my pick. The much forgotten original ocarina that you get in Ocarina of Time and then you ditch because you like blue more. This is the ocarina that Link actually gets first in the game, and while it isn't as epic as the later versions that you get, such as the one that can travel through time, I like to rank this one higher on my list because it was given to you by a friend with that thought in mind. And then you throw it away like a heartless bastard!
Number 3, the Bunny Hood. Oh my goodness, this item is just so fun and just very savvy, whatever. The Bunny Hood is really cool and it helps you get through Termina as fast as you can, and it makes you just feel like you're an actual bunny. Its main use is to make you run twice as fast. This item actually works really well and actually integrates the speed of running really fast, really useful in a game.
Number 2. The Bomb Chew. Come on, who doesn't love a remote-controlled explosive device? I really don't understand why we haven't made these things in the real world. I mean, we do have little RC cars that we attach bombs to, but it's not the same thing. Someone invent a bomb that looks like a mouse that we can drive around. Send that to our R&D department right now. Do we have an R&D department? I want to get this made.
Number 2, the Boomerang. As a kid, I've always wanted to learn how to use a boomerang, but it was just really hard. Thankfully, Ocarina of Time gave me the opportunity to use a boomerang, especially when it comes back to me. The boomerang is really useful to take down enemies, find items, solve puzzles. It's like you're an actual superhero.
Number 1. The Big Goron Sword. Now, most people would have just gone ahead and picked the Master Sword, but come on, that would have been cheating. Personally, I love the Big Goron Sword more because it's a two-handed sword of sheer destruction. This sword typically deals double the damage of the Master Sword, but you can't use a shield, and it's rather slow moving, meaning that you need to learn a whole new style of timing. It's great, and it's my favorite Zelda item.
And number 1, the Bow and Arrow. There isn't a better item in The Legend of Zelda than the Bow and Arrow. It's one of Link's most common items and practically one of the most powerful items on hand. Not only can you shoot regular arrows, but you also get fire, ice, light, What's next? Heart? And plus, Link is a badass with a bow and arrow, let's just be honest.
Now those are our top 6 Zelda items. What are your top 6 Zelda items and who did a better job? I want to thank Alex from ZeldaUniverse.net.
And thank you for having me on. I really enjoyed it.
And don't forget to check out their YouTube channel, that is Zelda Universe. And you'll find all of his links down in the description down below. And with that, I'm Benny for Eligible Monster. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter @EligibleMonster, and I'll see you guys next time.